So last episode, we ended things with a pretty bad injury to Carlier, and the question was, were we going to be able to maintain our form without him, and is he going to be fit for the big games we have on the horizon? Those games on the horizon have arrived, folks. Today, we take on Manchester United at home in the league. It's first versus second. After that, we're heading to take on Bayern Munich away in a game in the Champions League. I'll be honest, not really looking forward to. The good news for us is Carlier, whilst he probably won't start the game against Manchester United, he should, fingers crossed, be fit for the game against Bayern Munich. And in his absence, things haven't gone too badly either. You might have noticed there I said things haven't gone too badly. They could have gone better. I'll hold my hands up and say it. We've not been flawless over the start to February that we've had, of course. Last episode was the transfer deadline day special, and you can see in the kind of games following it, a few wins and a draw. The first of which was against West Brom, a 2-1 win. Miguel George and also Gorejaga with the goals. Following on from that, a 1-1 draw against Fulham. One of those games in Football Manager where we probably should have won and just didn't. We rotated our team, and of course Fulham are just annoying, aren't they? They beat us on the opening day of the season. We drew against them here. We've not beaten them in either of our meetings. And unfortunately for us, this draw changes the complexion of things at the top of the table. We are top. That's good. The bad news, Manchester United have a game in hand on us that if they win, would mean they go above us. And Liverpool, who of course we lost to last episode, only 2 points behind us, breathing down our necks. So after that annoying result against Fulham, we did bounce back well. We beat, as you can see here, Newcastle in the FA Cup 3-0. And following on from that, a 5-1 win against Wolves, an emphatic one, a good one. The kind of game that we want to see. Middleby back from the Asian Games. He's returned. I'm very excited to have him back. He is now able to play at centre attack in mid. And I do feel like this second half of the season, we are going to make as much use of him as we can. Of course, international duty, injuries have meant he's never really been nailed on in the first team. Today's the kind of day where I'm hoping he's really going to hit the ground running and kind of return to his peak. Because when he's at his best, this man is pretty unplayable. Let's not play down this match against Manchester United. We really need to win it. And maybe one more really should have been put in there. This is big. If we lose this, we are in trouble, not just in terms of winning the league, but potentially even kind of finishing second because of where Liverpool are. As you can see, there is only, 11 games left of the season? We're already getting towards the tail end of things, which is kind of mad. And our fixture schedule does still look pretty rammed. We're still in the FA Cup where we've been drawn against Manchester City. Of course, we've got Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Tomorrow, we're going to have the second leg of that. I'm not sure if we're going to do the EFL Cup final or the FA Cup 5th round with that Bayern Munich game. Let me know which you'd like to see in the comments. And the reason I'm a bit unsure is because, whilst we haven't won the EFL Cup before, our opposition in Bristol City, they are a championship side. Yeah, the kind of EFL Cup year this year has just been a bit bizarre, really. If we just look at a tree of teams, you can see the other semi-final was Watford and Bristol City, both championship clubs. And, don't get me wrong, they're not bad teams, but Watford and Bristol City aren't really the teams I expected to be dicing it out as we took on Everton in the other semi-final. Because we've won, we've got Bristol to take on. Bristol City, don't just say Bristol. The Rovers fans will come for me. Look, I might do this tomorrow. I feel like it's a cup final and I probably should. At the same time, it does feel like a bit of a formality. I can't wait for tomorrow to come around and for that to bite me in my arse, that quote, just saying that I'm not concerned about it. We'll probably lose to Bristol City now, next episode. But before we lose to them, we've got a small matter of a couple of games here that are rather big for our season. So in terms of team news, Carlier isn't fit. That means that Middleby comes in to play shadow striker alongside De Silva, Gorejaga up top, Zambergen on the right. You might have clocked it here. Horniak, I have dropped from the first team. His average rating in the last 5 games hasn't been very good. Elsewhere, George has been absolutely superb for us. So he gets the nod. Talha is going to be that anchor man as the roaming playmaker, kind of shielding the defence. I will say now, his form in his last 5 games hasn't been amazing. And when you compare it to David Lind, who has really, decided to develop and kind of just start performing a defensive mid, there is maybe a world in which David Lind forces his way into first team contention. Would that be mad to drop Chibuk for Lind. I'll let you guys be the judge. You can see the comparison of them here. I feel like in a game like this where we need to do more defending, Talha is the more sensible choice. And at the back, we're at full strength. There is nothing crazy going on. Carlier coming back. The plan here, win against Manchester United, rest all these players and play the same 11 with maybe Carlier sneaking in the game midweek. I didn't think I was nervous for this game. I certainly feel nervous for this game. We really, really need to win this one. This is big. This is the kind of match where if we win convincingly, I reconvince myself that we're going to win the league. If we lose here, it feels a bit like last season. I mean, this is a very, very good Manchester United team. A Manchester United team we couldn't beat at Old Trafford, but now they're in our backyard, and now they're here. And I feel like this is the kind of game where we should be, well, if we want to win the league, we have to be winning it. It's not even a case of we should be winning it. We have to win it. We've been gifted it. Gurajag has stolen away the ball, burst through, and hits the outside of the post. I think last time we took on Manchester United, we hit the woodwork 3 or 4 times. It's begun even earlier this game, and that was a really good chance in the first 15 minutes where nothing's really happened. I've got a little bit shouty, and instantly a highlight's begun. Telha playing it through to Gurajag, who's already left the post wobbling. He goes down in a heap. It was an absolutely insane tackle, and the ball, in fact, is going to stay in play. It's gifted, though, to George, who then gifts it back. It's the season of giving February, it turns out. Neither team wants to keep hold of the ball right now. Although we have regained possession, and now Tullio stepping out and giving it to Middleby. Looks for Zambergen, but that was a little bit of a wayward pass. Manchester United clear it away, but we're going to come back at them again. Sanchez, Middleby, through the middle. He would have scored it if he was fit. He would have scored it if he was in his groove, but he's not in his groove. He's not been in the first team very much, and he skied it. It was such a good chance. Rapidly approaching half-time here. Manchester United with 5 players on yellow cards already. And, well, what's happened here? The ref's blown his whistle. I mean, it has to be a penalty, right? We're going to VAR to check something. I don't know what that something is. I'm not going to complain if it's given, and it is going to be given. It's going to be De Silva over the penalty. We're just talking about Manchester United's lack of discipline. It's on show there. Now, can we finish it? Yes, we can. Remain calm, everyone, but we are ahead. Manchester United in this half having a lot of yellow cards, and finally it's caught up with them. Their ill-discipline from the corner cost them. De Silva steps up. I want to say I had full faith in him, but he has missed some penalties over the years, but he didn't miss this one. And in at the break, a goal up. You can see here 6 first-team yellow cards in that first half for Manchester United. They've had 1 shot. I mean, we're dominating this game without really dominating it on the scoreline. Going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I feel like if I told them they're playing well, the complacency slips in. If you've played Football Manager, you know how it goes. You tell your players you're pleased, and then you instantly concede. I've told them that I'm not pleased, and we might instantly concede, though. The corner's whipped in. We've headed it away from danger. Only as far as Gomez. He goes back to Jadon Sancho, who puts it in for Adeyemi. I'm pretty sure he's offside there, right? Unless he's behind the ball, which I don't think he was. This is going to be chalked off. I mean, it's interesting to see a 34-year-old Jadon Sancho, isn't it? Still running it down the right-hand side for Manchester United. In this save game, he's been absolutely insane for them. He put it on a plate for Adeyemi, but I think he just went early with his run. Not sure how we're defending here. That transition out from the set piece, not ideal, but as you can see, it was offside. It may have even been Sancho there who was offside. I think I was mistaken initially, but, well, the bottom line is, it doesn't count. We still have the goal lead, but it's just a little reminder that even if Manchester United haven't done a lot, we might need another one in this game. Oh, can we create something here? Vassalo plays it long to Mr. Nobody out on the left-hand side. United clear it away, but Chiric mops up the pieces and gives it back to Vassalo. Can he put a better ball forward this time? He can. Middleby, he's got a man on the inside. It's Sanchez ghosting inside. Can he finish it? Of course he can. Claudio Sanchez. As that right back, there's just a parting of the sea. He's like Moses. He's walking down the middle of it. Manchester United players just letting him go through the gap that emerged. And, well, Middleby gets an assist where, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. It's a good ball through. It's a good finish. That was completely self-inflicted by Manchester United. Absolutely shocking defending there. Crazy how quickly a game of football can change. Manchester United scoring that goal that's chalked off, and we go straight up the other end and grab a goal. I'm going to make some changes here. Zambergen, not having a game to remember, nor is Gurajaga. I'm going to bring Middleby up top and bring in Severin, I think, at centre attacking mid. And out on the right-hand side, You know what? I kind of want to bring in Carlier. We'll move Severin out to the right, bring in Carlier, try and build up a little bit of match fitness for him. Of course, we've got the big game against Bayern Munich in a matter of days' time. Really, and I wouldn't normally do this, but really in this kind of game now, we should probably just lower the tempo and just slow everything down. Chill out, Beans. Just, you know, let's see out this game and let's save our legs because we've got a big week of football ahead as we have Bayern Munich and, well, we know the fixture schedule is looking rather packed. It's probably in our interest just to slow things down a tad. If we get a third, though, then I'll be happy. We're through. Middleby, one-on-one, hits it in. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. We've looked really, really good. We've taken the chances that have come our way, limited Manchester United's opportunities. And, well, Middleby moved up into that striking position. Gurajaga moved deeper. Carlier involved in the build-up. We hadn't actually made the tactical change to slow everything down when we scored that goal. We can definitely make those changes now with 17 minutes left. There's no way Manchester United come into this game with what remains. We can just vibe and relax. That's all I really want now. No more highlights. I'm ready to take on Bayern Munich. A clean sheet would be nice, though, if we could hold on to it for the 4 minutes that remain. Demir, played forward by Sancho, but read by George. De Silva now, already turn provider once. Could turn provider again. Tries to pick out Middleby, but can't quite find him. Ball played forward, but dealt with well by us. Talha, George, picks out De Silva in the channel. Can he square it? Players queuing up in the middle. Chiric at left back is also there and open. Talha. Sanchez hits it. Oh my word. He's a right back. I remember comments in the comment section. People telling me I was mad for sticking him as an inverted wing back. I'm just gonna point at this game as Exhibit A, Your Honour. Case dismissed, right? I mean, surely the case is dismissed now. That's a crazy finish on his weaker foot. In off the underside the crossbar. There was pressure on us going into this game. This was the kind of game that could defy a title challenge. And we have just demolished a Manchester United team that could not get started. Sanchez has got 2 goals from right back. You know, just as you do. Has he even got 2 goals previously at the club? No, not in the league at least. Yeah, mad performance. He's played superbly there. And I'm just going to tell all the players I'm happy as Larry. Very nice job. Now we just have to rest up and do it again against Bayern Munich. And, well, look at that. 5 points clear at the top. Yes, there's some teams with games in hand, but we're in it to win it. And I'd rather be the team setting the pace than doing the chasing. Anyway, only 4 days until that Bayern Munich game. So with that in mind, we are going to get some resting done. Sanchez, you need to stay fit, as does everyone else. Got to try and figure out how we're going to bring Carlier into the team. Gurajaga's form, as of late, hasn't been great. Zambergen's hasn't been great either. Maybe I move Gurajaga onto the right, play Carlier through the middle and Middleby at striker. I mean, we've got options. That's the advantage with our team. There's flexibility. I'm going to go away and have a think about it. We'll return from Germany and hopefully going to make it 2 wins in 2 today. You'll never believe who I found playing for Bayern Munich. Friend of Park to Prem, I feel like, at this point. Kazoo! It's not how you say his name, Jack. Don't stop me. I'm having a good time. Look, at 26 years old, playing for Bayern Munich. Of course, we sold him to Hertha Berlin a few years ago for 60 million. It was right as we'd been promoted to the Premier League, you might remember. He made a move to Bayern Munich this year for 77 million. He's not developed or already changed since we last had him at the club. You can see here, the fans love him still. The fans remember what he did for us. The Italian stallion. Apparently the price tag could be an issue. Also, just doesn't really fit the system. I don't play with a left midfielder, do I? Elsewhere, another player who was on my radar just in Football Manager this year. If you've not had a look at Lorenzo Lucha in your own Football Manager save game, go see where he's at. He's pretty good in this universe. He's won a lot of Ballon d'Ors. He's 34 years old. He's got 327 league goals since he, well, started his footballing career. You can see Bayern Munich signed him for 119 million. I mean, here's his biography. Here's all the stuff he's won. You can pause the video or just observe it. I feel like when you have to scroll this much through just individual awards a player's won, it's safe to say they're pretty good. So, yeah, we've got to try and contain this man somehow today. But fret not, I've got a plan of not how to contain him, but of how we're going to line up. We're going to focus on playing our brand of football, and I want to play a very similar team to the team that played for us against Manchester United. In fact, I'm looking at it now. It's literally the same team. I did think about bringing Carlier into the team, but he really is not fit. I mean, anything below, I feel like even a semi-green heart is a problem for me when it comes to condition in Football Manager. I know for some people that the removal of percentages was a really controversial change when it happened. I've got to say, for me personally, I do quite like it. I feel like people used to have an arbitrary landmark for kind of if a player's condition dropped below a certain number, that's when they'd sub him off. And very often that number would be different for people and people just didn't really understand it. Whereas I feel like when you see a big intimidating yellow heart, you know that you shouldn't start the player. And as good as Carlier is, I can't afford for him to get injured for longer, especially because he is a player who relies on his physicals. If he was to just get injury after injury, it would take the edge off his game somewhat. But he is around as a super sub as we go in with what is still a very good team. I mean, look at this. It's a scarily good team. Zandbergen thought he might be starting on the bench. No, he's starting today. He does need to step up his form. A 6.94 in his last 5. Yeah, hopefully better to come in our way today. So we are going to jump headfirst into this one. Away from home, I want to make that out like it's a big deal. But of course, away goals don't exist in the Champions League anymore. So really, we're just looking to get a good result here to set us up so that when we go into the home leg in a little over, I was about to say a little over a month's time. It's about a month's time. I'm actually not sure exactly how many weeks away it is. All I know is we've got a cup final and league games in between and an FA Cup game as well. There's lots of games before we take on Bayern Munich again. It would really help my anxiety around the fact the board expect us to win the Champions League if we could just get a win in this first leg. And while we're on the break here, De Silva, he's through. He's not the quickest player, but he finds some space to hit it. Unfortunately for us, the keeper with a very, very long name. I mean, how does he fit that name on the back of his shirt? He's made a good stop. Why does he need the first bit of his name on the back of his shirt? You know what? I'm not going to question it. He's a very good goalkeeper. Is Samet Hasigalihoglu? I've not said that right, have I? Sanchez, the start of the last game on this far side. He's taken the throw in and, well, he's not picked out Middleby successfully, but Middleby's picked himself out. He steals away the ball, gives it to Gorojaga, who runs wide and tucks it in for goal number 24 of the season. I feel like a few years ago, we learned that finishing didn't matter with Stephen Gold in the lower levels of football. And now, that same principle is being applied to Gorojaga as a striker for us. A player who is definitely more of a winger, definitely more of a wide man. Doesn't have very good finishing. He doesn't need very good finishing. He has the pace to get into positions like that, the composure to tuck it away to give us an early lead here. Sanchez on the ball. Free kick that started deep in our own half. We're going to look to knock it around and we'll bait Bayern Munich high up. You can see they really are trying to press, but in pressing, they are creating that space in behind that we love to run into. As well, a rather lofty, ambitious ball is attempted forward there. It's read well, and now it's with Lucha for them. Into the wide areas. Now with Mendes, who's going to get to the byline and float it in towards Kazoo. Don't do it to me, Kazoo. Don't do it to the fans. Remember, we made you. Gorojaga bringing it forward. Options inside. Can he pick anyone out? He skips past Saleh, who had to be careful on a booking. Gives it to De Silva, who turns his man and hits it. Oh, my word. It might have been going wide, but the keeper's made a stop. It looked very emphatic. You know, it was a big save and one for the cameras because the keeper did a dramatic roll out of his save. And oh, my word, he's been called into action again. Tullio's headed it goalwards. That was a mad save, I think, by the keeper. It may have even been the man on the line. We might live to regret these missed opportunities. We've had chances. We've got another one here. Zandbergen gives it to Sanchez, who's going to bring it forward. Options in the middle. Can he pick someone out? Tullio is there. He hits the woodwork. And Bayern Munich are living life on the edge here. My, oh my, oh my. We are creating opportunities. It might not even be over yet. Gorojaga to George. Hits it. Finds the bottom corner. We'll take that all day, every day. What a finish by that man. That's, you know what? That's a pretty good goal by a 20-year-old, isn't it, at centre mid? A late signing that we made in the summer. We had a man leave and we needed to get in a replacement. It's safe to say that George isn't really the replacement for anyone. He's his own man. He's been his own man in this team. He's been getting goals for fun, especially in the Champions League. 2-0 up here. We've dominated this game. And this just feels like one of those episodes where everything's clicking. And you know what? This doesn't always happen. So I'm going to enjoy it whilst I can. I say that like this episode's a wrap at half-time. There's still plenty of football left to be played. If they get one back, I have to start panicking. Lucha's through. I've got carried away, haven't I? I'll hold my hand up in a minute. I've got carried away. I've seen us go 2-0 up, and I've got a bit giddy. I've got a bit excited. We've all been there. Don't judge me. Oh, it was a bit simple, wasn't it, through the middle? And then Lucha, I mean, he smashed into the bottom corner. Ruiz is never getting down to that. No one is getting down to that. And for what was a fantastic half, we surrender one opportunity to the best striker in this save game. And unsurprisingly, he takes it. And now at the break, I have to get shouty. Guruzhaga's upset. I've upset Guruzhaga. Let's go chat to him. Guruzhaga, I'm delighted with your performance. He's still demotivated. What have I done? Corner on the far side. Zandbergen whips it in towards Tullio. He heads it just over the bar. Of course, one of our goals came from a corner that wasn't really properly dealt with. Does feel like all the highlights for us are starting with set pieces. Unfortunately for us on this occasion, it's an overhit free kick that maybe is going to open up the opportunity for Bayern Munich to build out from the back. Mendes down the line. Back to Mendes. Now with Druile. Tries to play it over to Kazoo. Does not get it to Kazoo either. Good news for us. Talha dinks it towards Guruzhaga. Lays it to De Silva. Gives it back to Guruzhaga. And on this occasion, their keeper again makes an absolutely mad save. Maybe Guruzhaga's finishing, letting him down a tad there. It was a good opportunity. Wasn't one I necessarily expect to score. I feel like there's certain positions when you've played enough Football Manager that you see a player get into in a one-on-one and you kind of just know they're probably not going to score it. Does anyone know what I mean by that? I mean, let me know. That felt like one of those for me. Now they've got a corner. It's Giovanni Reina floating it back post, headed over. 27 minutes left here. De Silva's been poor. I'm bringing in Carlier. I'm doing it. Zandbergen's not been good either. I'm going to shuffle things around. I'm bringing in Carlier. I'm bringing in Horniak. Zandbergen and De Silva going to make way. We're going to get some fresh legs into the final third. Unless, of course, we score from this highlight here that's going on. In which case, I'll cancel the changes and tell them that I was never planning on subbing them off. Sanchez bringing it forward. Gives it to Guruzhaga. He's tackled, but it goes to De Silva. Can he find some space in the wide area? To George. Back to goal. Tries to play it in. Tala heads it, unfortunately. Just away from Middleby. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. So we are going to make that change. 2 new centre attacking mids coming in. I mean, if we could finish 2-1, it wouldn't be a bad performance by any means. You know, away from home in Europe, we'd take that. Even if there's not away goals, we'd back ourselves at home, I feel like, to win against anyone. Never mind Bayern Munich, although, well, I'm sure they back themselves to win this game here, and they are tearing us a new hole through the middle. But for some crazy defending there, we could have found ourselves a goal down. That was mad. That was a weird highlight. It ended abruptly, it almost felt like, but we're straight into another. It was a really quick succession of passes, and suddenly there was just a gap for Lucha to make his way through. And now we've gifted it to Giovanni Reina, who, I'm going to be honest, not the best pass from him, gets away. With 15 minutes left here, there's a nervy feeling. Can anyone else feel that? Anyone else feeling the nerves? Just me. Lucha's through, comes out. Ruiz can't get there. Is he offside? I don't think he's offside. I think he's just pulled the pants down of Ruiz, Lucha there. He's known for his jumping ability and his height, but on that occasion he had quick feet. They win the ball through. And then it's just played through behind, and Ruiz comes out, forces him wide, to be fair. Most strikers hit that into the side netting, but not that man. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. Mendes on the far side. This game feels like it's changed. I was about to make some tactical changes before this highlight began, so we'll let it play out as well. They're through. Nicolini is through. Oh my word, Ruiz makes a big stop. Right, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Talha has looked very exposed. I'm going to move him onto defensive mid on support, and I'm actually going to bring in Payrat. This is a Payrat kind of game. Doesn't get enough time in the sun, enough time in these kind of episodes, Payrat. I need him here. I'm going to do something bonkers. I'm going to do it. You can't stop me. I'm reinventing the wheel. We're doing something new. I'm going with a triple shadow striker. Has science gone too far? Quite possibly. But I feel like we need to be just a little bit more solid in the middle. I think Payrat coming in is hopefully going to help us with that. Lucha's getting far too many balls played through to him. Reina's getting a bit too much space. I'm hoping between Payrat and Talha, they can just shut them down, and I will gratefully take a win if that, or not a win, a draw. It will feel like a win, to be honest, a draw at the end of that. As well, I'm not sure what Bayern Munich changed at half-time, but as soon as they got that goal to end the first half, they just changed something about them. They were playing way better. In the end, maybe a tad fortunate for it to finish 2-2, but still a satisfying result. No one gave us a chance, as I said already. We're going into the home leg I back us to win at home. Lazio, by the way, just lost 6-1. And Braga got 4. I mean, it's a bit unfair, isn't it, that the Portuguese club of Braga have amalgamated themselves into a regen who now plays for Real Madrid. He's quite good, isn't he? He is quite good. Wow. You know what? Not an ideal result, but if you told me we were going to beat Manchester United and draw against Bayern Munich going into things today, I probably would have taken that. Unfortunately for us, Lucha, yeah, he's quite good, this guy. I mean, he's got 9 goals from an XG of 5.46 in the Champions League. The man just scores opportunities that no one else would. That's a bit unfair, really. So whilst the Champions League first leg didn't quite go to plan, I'm going to leave you with this lovely lasting image of the league table right now. We have 10 games left of the Premier League season. We're in a good spot. We're in a perfectly okay spot here. In fact, I've just realised to score 4 goals against Manchester United is mad. They've conceded 18 all season, and we got 4 against them. You know what? I'm going to get myself a pat on the back for that. Yes, the Bayern Munich result wasn't ideal, but we didn't have Carlier. He wasn't fit, and some of our best players weren't really at the races. As you've already seen, we've got a really packed schedule coming up. Next episode, we'll definitely be doing the second leg against Bayern Munich. Let me know, do we do the EFL Cup? Do we do the FA Cup 5th round? Let answers on a postcard. Let me know in the comments. I'll make a judgment call based on what you guys think is the better option of the few games that we have. Thank you for watching as always today. If you have enjoyed, do slap a like on it. It genuinely does help out the videos with the YouTube algorithm and all that magic. Hopefully I see you tomorrow for more. And until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.